Welcome to Music City Gospel Review, the voice he hears. I'm your host, and my name is ReNay Lee. Again, we're coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, capital of the world, with some great gospel music. And today we have a special guest. You're going to remember him from HEE HAW. He's known as the Georgia Quacker. He did the voiceovers for the duck that went across the screen. He was also a cast member. We're going to let him sing to you. We're going to interview him. And I'm so excited that he's on the set with us today. As a fan of HEE HAW, I really love the Georgia Quacker. Let's make welcome GERALD Smith.
Kept his Bible in his guitar case behind the seat of his pickup truck, just in case he had a show to do at the nursing home or church. A little man 5 feet tall, he called him Shorty for short. But everyone I know looked up to him, 'cause when it came to heart, Shorty was a big man, and everything but size. He set a good example by the way he lived his life. He kept his faith in Jesus, said the good Lord had a plan. In everybody's eyes, Shorty was a big man. He'd say, I used to play those honky-tonks, now I'm playing for the Lord. I gave all that nonsense up back in 1964. He always dreamed of the opera stage and of being a big star. But with a full-time job and a family, he never got that far. But Shorty was a big man, and everything but size. He set a good example by the way he lived his life. He kept his faith in Jesus, said the good Lord has a plan. In everybody's eyes, Shorty was a big man. He kept his faith in Jesus and his sights on the promised land until the very end. Shorty was a big man until the very end. Daddy was a big man.
Next we have Quacking for Jesus. You're going to enjoy this one.
When I was a little bitty boy, started making this quacking noise, and at the time I didn't know what for. Took some time to figure out, and now I know without a doubt it's a heavenly gift from the Lord. And I'm quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus everywhere I go. Yeah, I'm quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus down the straight and narrow road. I drove Mom and Daddy up the wall, practicing my old duck call, and at the time I didn't have a clue that one day I'd be on the stage, giving God all the praise for blessing me to quack just like a fool. And I'm quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus everywhere I go. Yeah, I'm quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus down the straight and narrow road. Yeah, I'm quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus everywhere I go. Yeah, I'm quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus, quacking for Jesus down the straight and narrow road. And I'll be quacking for Jesus when he calls me home.
We are here with Gerald Smith on the set.
It's great to be here.
Thank you so much for coming to Nashville. You're a Georgia boy. The Georgia Quacker, I want to go ahead and zoom in on that just a little bit. Now, you live where now? You're up here.
I live in right outside of Nashville in Greenbrier, Tennessee.
Okay.
And about 20 minutes from Nashville.
Okay. I want the viewers to, it may be glaring a little bit, but that's what you looked like how many years ago?
That's not been too long ago.
We're not going to give away age, but
that's about 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
In that picture there. That
Okay.
duck's a little older than I am.
Okay. we should have had you bring the duck, too. For those that may not know,
I got him in my hand.
You do? He is the duck from HEE HAW, and we're going to talk about that during this segment. We've got another interview lined up here in just a few minutes. Before we get to that, I want to talk about the song you just came out of. Shorty was a big man. You wrote that.
Yeah, that's a song. It's a true story about my father, and it went to number 2 on the Christian Voice charts a couple of years ago now. But it was a very inspired song, and it's a true story about my father. And for several, for a long time there, I couldn't even get through it, without stumbling a little bit, But like I say, and now, even now, every now and then I start thinking about him, and it's hard to do it. But anyway, it's I really thank the Lord for blessing me with that song.
Yes. Now, your dad was a performer also.
Right.
So you come from a singing family.
Right. My daddy, he really did do the nursing home and the that circuit, around where I came from, and
God bless him for that too.
He really, inspired a lot of other people in the area to sing and perform too.
What did he think about what God did in your life? I mean,
he loved it.
He was very supportive.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to. Like I said, I got to do several shows on the HEE HAW show as the Georgia Quacker, and they used the little noise I made for the little duck that ran across the stage. And
now would be a good time to do that.
But my let me give you a sample
of that.
Let
me hold your mic here.
All right.
You got to remember that. Everybody in the audience here is just wanting to clap. That's awesome. That is awesome.
They can clap if they want to.
Yeah, they can. They can.
Anyway, that's
not anybody can do that.
Well, I guess I'm the only one, but I hear of a lot of little Facebook friends and children that are that try to do it, and I've had several of them email me and show me a little video of them doing it.
You've inspired people to quack.
Yeah, I guess that's one, everybody's got something special that the good Lord blesses them with, and I actually got a song about that I'm going to sing in a little bit, so it kind of is autobiographical about how I started quacking. But anyway, it's a gift, I think, you know, and even if it is a little different.
Now, what do you want to say about your HEE HAW days, your experience there? Anything that you want to tell the viewers on this program that you haven't said before?
Well, I just, you know, really a lot of the folks on that show were really true, real people, you know. There's a lot of, you know, Hollywood and all that in a lot of the shows you see on TV, but
they were down to earth, God-loving people.
Very, you know, common people that, you know, just had a gift to bless people with laughter, and, you know, that's something that we're missing today in some of the country music, and hopefully we'll get back to that one day. You know?
Well, I think a lot of the country gospel music has that, though, because there's a lot of joy in the Lord.
Right.
And I think that's probably what they may be missing, is getting away from the joy of the Lord.
Right.
And you have to keep everything balanced when you're performing, whether you're doing country or gospel. But we've got some CDs we want to make sure we show the viewers too. I have his CD, and the Shorty, the one that he wrote, and some of the ones he's written today are, let's zoom in on the most current one if we could get the camera to focus here. I am wearing that thing out. I love it. I love your voice. It's there we go. There we go. What is the name of this CD?
This is Born Again, and the song Born Again is actually, well, last month it was number 3 in the Christian Voice magazine charts, and the CD's Born Again. I wrote it with Mr. Doug Flowers, and
he's so faithful to hold it.
I got too many CDs, but anyway, I got a new country CD out there on the Melody Roundup Music, and this one here is also on Melody Roundup Music. And anyway, we're having fun putting them out there and seeing what people think of them. And I've been very blessed to have Melody Roundup Records put out product on me, and I'm excited about the future with them.
Yes, God's been doing a great thing with you. I know you were in Kentucky at Gospel Music Fanfare, too. We have just a few seconds left. What's your website address?
It's GERALDSmithmusic.com or MelodyRoundupMusic.com. Both of them are, you can get some product there or find out what's going on or whatever.
Okay. Stay tuned. He's going to sing us another song.
Thank y'all. Thank you very much. No one knows the day or the hour when the good Lord's coming back. From all the signs, it won't be long now. You better get your life on track. He's coming. Are you going? Trains arriving, whistles blowing. Are you ready? Do you know him? He's coming. Are you going? Will you be there at the station with your ticket in your hand? Will your final destination take you to that promised land? He's a-coming. Are you going? Trains arriving, whistles blowing. Are you ready? Do you know him? He's coming. Are you going? You can't buy a reservation. Eternity is not for sale. The only way to get to heaven is if you're riding on God's rail. He's coming. Are you going? Trains arriving, whistles blowing. Are you ready? Do you know him? He's coming. Are you going? He's coming. Are you going? Trains arriving, whistles blowing. Are you ready? Do you know him? He's coming. Are you going? Are you ready? Do you know him? He's coming. Are you going?
Next song, Where the Sweet Angels Sing.
She said to her loved ones, don't come here anymore, 'cause soon she'll be leaving for heaven's bright shore. There she'll have a new body, like a flower in spring, when the Lord comes to take her where the sweet angels sing. She's ready to rise up and leave her sick bed. She trusts every word that's written in red. No fear of dying, she's not afraid of the sting. She's ready to join them where the sweet angels sing. Where the angels are singing, there's light all around, and harps will be playing. Oh, what a sound. There'll be all the joy only heaven can bring, when the Lord comes to take her where the sweet angels sing. She's ready to rise up and leave her sick bed. She trusts every word that's written in red. There's no fear of dying, she's not afraid of its sting. She's ready to join them where the sweet angels sing. She's ready to join them where the sweet angels sing.
Now we have Pray It Away.
Trouble seeks us all of the time, never gives up, robbing our peace of mind. I've read the good book, and all you have to do is give it to God when trouble gives it to you. Pray it away, pray it away, get down on your knees and pray it away. Well, I don't know much. Best I can tell, you're either going to heaven or going to hell. I'm not sure where you're bound on Judgment Day. If you ain't in the grave, brother, it ain't too late. Pray it away, pray it away, get down on your knees and pray it away. All right. Pray it away, Pray it away. Get down on your knees and pray it away. Pray it away. Pray it away. Get down on your knees and pray it away. All right.
We're back on the set with Gerald Smith. That was another amazing song that you've written, Pray It Away.
Yeah, I wrote that with Mr. Clinton Gregory and Jennifer Brantley, who's doing the harmony with me.
Thank you. I was going to ask you to introduce her. And now, where is she from? What's her background?
She's living here in Nashville. I think she said she was California and Mississippi, kind of a combination of Miss California.
Job. Great job. Now,
she's wonderful, yeah.
You've written some with her, but I like to give respect and kudos where it's due. You are an amazing songwriter. I want to talk for a few minutes in this segment about the songs you've written. You wrote Lori Morgan's song, What Part of No?
Yeah, What Part of No?
Colin Ray.
Yeah, Lori's was a #1 for her, and Colin Ray, song called Every Second, Every Minute.
Okay.
Every hour of every day, it was a #1 for him.
I remember that when I had that CD.
And I've had cuts by George Strait, and it was on the box set he just had out, and it was on the Easy Come, Easy Go album.
I know that made you happy knowing George was recording.
That made me happy and made me some money.
Oh, good,
and
good.
We like money.
Yes, we do.
Songwriters, yeah.
Yes, that's what it's all about.
Well, it's not what it's all about.
No, but God uses that as a songwriter
it's nice to make a living.
Exactly. That's your income, your bread and butter.
Right.
So if you have a song that a major artist or a major label gets hold of, thank you, God, for that. That's what I'm referring to. Yeah. Who else has recorded?
Johnny Rodriguez, a group called Tailor Made, just had I had a #1 with them last year on the independent charts. A song called That's What Life Is. And, that song, I Pray It Away, just got cut by Clinton Gregory and Curtis Wright on a duet project that he's doing, and looking forward to that. They done an amazing job on that song. It really, they did it a little different, but that's what life's all about.
Well, you're an amazing songwriter, too.
Well, thank you so much.
Now, let me mention this, too. You were inducted into the North American Country Music Association International Hall of Fame.
Right, as a songwriter.
And I know you were tickled pink about that.
I was very tickled and got to do it. Lori Morgan was inducted on the same night into the the NACMA Artists Hall of Fame, so that was exceptionally good because she was there, and we got to do some talking, and we got a little song started that we're writing on too, and hopefully we'll finish that, and maybe that'll be a hit, I hope.
Hey, when did you write your first song?
I think I wrote my first song back probably about 35 years ago. I think
Just a little boy
did
or
it,
teenager?
No, I think I did it on. I was actually grown up when I started writing some of my silly stuff. I did a song on HEE HAW called "I'm Quacking Up Again."
You do have some fun stuff out there too.
Yeah, I have a lot of funny songs, and I got a funny CD out right now called "Outstanding in My Field," but it's not about being outstanding in my field. It's about outstanding. She left me outstanding in my field.
In your field.
Yeah.
That'll work.
The cornfield.
The cornfield. Yeah. Well, now, again, we mentioned this before, but what is your website information? Because I'm sure some of the people watching this, the viewers, are going to want to keep up with you and your accomplishments.
GeraldSmithMusic.com.
Okay.
And or MelodyRoundupMusic.com. That's the company that I write for, in the company that's also got the some of my product out there, CD wise and stuff. And if you go to them, and I'm working on a new one called GeorgiaQuacker.com, which is going to be a kids website. I do a lot of songs for kids, and the kids really like the quacking stuff, and I got some silly songs on there like Freddy the Frog. Duck by Any Other Name would sound exactly the same. That I actually wrote with Tony Arata, who wrote the dance for Garth Brooks.
Awesome.
So there you have it.
Awesome.
But anyway.
Well, thank you again for coming to Nashville. He's going to sing one more song for us, and I'm a hugger. So stay tuned and watch this last song by Gerald Smith.
Well, Aunt Trudy was a widow woman. She said had lots of money, 1,000 acres and a big old farm. She passed away last Sunday. We knew she had a lot of kin, some lived way out of town. We weren't sure just who they were or how to track them down. But where there's a will, there's a relative. It's amazing how they come from everywhere. Where there's a will, there's a relative. But it ain't just a grief they want to share. Well, we hadn't seen Aunt Eileen in a year's Sundays. She got news Aunt Trudy died. Here she come a-running. And Uncle Bill hadn't left the hill since 1987. Said his arthritis kept him down and he couldn't handle traveling. But where there's a will, there's a relative. It's amazing how they come from everywhere. Where there's a will, there's a relative. But it ain't just a grief they want to share. Well, Aunt Louise thought she would be in the will and testimony after nursing Aunt Trudy through a bout with bad baloney. And Uncle Pete liked antiques. Trudy had a lot, they say. Well, he figured he would get them all and sell them off on eBay. But if you could have seen the faces, you'd seen how bad it hurt when every single thing went to the Friendship Baptist Church. Where there's a will, there's a relative. It's amazing how they come from everywhere. Where there's a will, there's a relative. But it ain't just grief they want to share. No, it ain't just grief they want to share.
That wraps up another episode of Music City Gospel Review. Go to our website, www.musiccitygospelreview.com. Send us an email. Let us know what you think about Gerald Smith. I know I enjoyed his music. You're going to want to get a CD and check out his show schedule and come to catch a concert soon with him. Remember, stay tuned for next week's episode, and God bless you.